has that growl, huh?
Now, how old are you?
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what, it scares me. I mean, you scare me to death, and I'll tell you why. You won't understand why until I tell you. A friend of mine bought a banjo from me, and he carried it home, and his son started messing with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was about 11, and it wasn't 6 months before he could do more than the dad could.
Wow.
And by the time that I got a chance to see him in person, he was already playing that good. He kept going, and
amazing.
he was, by the time he was 18, he was flying anywhere in the United States anybody needed a fill-in.
Really?
He'd play with them, yeah.
Wow.
And he was on the show Little Big Shots. I mean, he was absolutely the next big thing coming.
Mason.
And Mason, not very long ago, he got killed.
Yeah, I saw that on Bluegrass today.
Oh, man.
But that, when you talked to me on the phone, it was just like talking to Mason.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, there's some stuff on there when he's young where he's talking, you know, saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Listen to the voices.
Really? They sound very similar?
Well, on the phone, it was the same thing.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, let's see.
But move forward a little bit. Yeah.
Ooh.
See how it changes? You want to pick right dead in the middle of the circle. And then spread out back and forth depending on the tone you need to grab for. And see, when he moved up, he moved to the center.
You know what? No one has ever told you about that, huh? Not one person.
What was it?
Now, let's take the banjo, put it in an uncomfortable position. Now, don't lean over to look at the inlays. Look at the tones through here. And then feel it and make it swell or do whatever you need it to do. Alright, you're going to have to move this one up in order to compensate to get back to where up there, but you know, of course, you don't want to lean it that far, but just, you know, simulate something towards that, and make sure you want your string to pick straight up the middle of the pick. So it might mean that. Now look at the arch; it automatically turns into J.D. Crowe.
Hey, Ricky would like to see that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. He's gonna go play with Ricky and those guys. I don't know if Derek told you that or not, but yeah, we went up and met Ricky when we went to Lexington.
Ricky Wasson? Yeah.
And they saw him play, and he played a little bit for them. And they're like, "You want to come play with us at Crowfest?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, duh." Right? Basically.
Yeah.
So we're going to go up there on the 24th.
Now let me tell you something about pulling J.D. Crowe tones. Think about, who do you want to simulate? If you want to sound like J.D. Crowe, first you start with his body language. You know, so what he does is he'll kind of lean back a little bit, and you know, he'll he'll walk up and do his part, and then when he gets ready to play, he'll just kind of lean into it, and every now and then you can kind of see that shoulder go up like that.
Oh yeah.
I call it a little hitching to giddy up. Do that and sound like Earl. You can't.
Oh, interesting.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So if you want to sound like Earl, you're going to have to just sit there and just calmly look at the crowd and just hammer it out there.
Yeah.
And without lifting your shoulder, you can't sound like Crow.
That's interesting.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Body
absolutely.
language first, and then, and hear it in your mind. Then play. Play everything slow motion until you work every little piece out of it.
Yeah, you know who's like that? Josiah Tyree. Josiah Tyree. He does a lot of body language stuff. I notice him. His is pretty obvious too.
When you do you're doing a little push off right there. Alright, do it this way. Hold that one down, and now pull this one backwards, but let it pop your fingernail on the way out.
Nice.
See, that's right, but like I say, bend your finger on over so it pops that fingernail.
Like that?
Yeah, keep doing it, it'll clean up. Kinda. Let me play it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That little thing, that little crunch, fills in a huge dead spot. Play it and record it and listen back to it, and you think, why in the world if I got a dead spot right there?
Right.
That is what fixes it.
Oh, interesting.
Ron does it, Crow did it, Scruggs did it, you know. Of course, they had the fingernails to hold up.
Right.
I get it once in a while.
Yeah. You'd have to eat a lot of calcium.
I mean, they would actually take their fingers and mash and slide down, and you could hear it zip all the way.
Oh,
but I
interesting.
can't do that because look, they're paper.
Yeah, same here.
You know, Ron's fingernails are thick. Might as well have been a chisel.
You didn't become Ron Stewart?
Huh?
You didn't become Ron Stewart?
No.
You tried.
But I got excited and went for Scruggs.
The building exploded too.
Yeah.
There's a nuclear explosion in here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming. Try it, Derek. Let's see.
All right.
Slide up.
Yeah, right there. Try to work on that fingernail because you had another place you could use it down there.
It's like,
Yeah, you get it, but it's just hard to hit that target, you know.
It is. Does that thing play Don Reno, Derek?
no, it sounds like Scruggs.
It does.
You got to try those detuners too in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Those are the old Scruggs tuners.
Does someone still make those, or did you make those?
I made those.
You made them yourself?
Yes. It's similar. It's not the same thing.
Wow, those are really close together.
Yeah.
Huh. So, was this like the second neck that Earl had in the Granada? Supposed to?
Well, see, Earl originally screwed up the first one. He cut it down too thick. It went through the truss rod. A friend of his made one, and it was made out of mahogany. And Earl didn't like it, but he didn't want to take it off and insult the friend. Eventually, the friend died, and he did what he wanted to. But during the time that he did Beverly Hillbillies and Carnegie Hall, it was mahogany neck.
Nice. That's awesome. I was wondering, I was like, is he gonna go get a guitar? He brought the bass. Derek was just talking about that in the car. He goes, I bet he'll bring that big bass out.
No, how about the Git, Jim? How about the guitar banjo?
Yeah, ain't my thing, but
yeah. So we were talking about Ron Stewart earlier, actually, and where's Ron these days? Where's Ron these days?
He lives in Paoli, Indiana, in his cabin.
Oh, okay.
He got married